had to send one current
Did tweet, but I'm still furious about that loss.
I don't know if anybody expected him to do what he did. You don't know what to expect.
Worker here is win.
In only 4 days, Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane will square off for the heavyweight title in one of the biggest bouts of 2025. There is a wide range of predictions. Some observers and supporters think Gane has a genuine chance because of his deft technical striking. Although he didn't exactly blow everyone away with his recent victory over Volkov, Volkov pressured him, changed his appearance, and made the fight entirely different from their first encounter. In fact, a lot of fans thought Volkov would win the bout. In any case, some commentators believe that Aspinall is just superior to the Frenchman and that no heavyweight on the squad can now challenge him. In his latest visit to John Anik's podcast, former UFC champion Dominic Cruz discussed precisely that. Cruz thinks that Tom Aspinall is the only fighter who has the potential to solve the riddle, and we'll talk about that later. Cruz explained how Aspinall stands out from the other fighters in the class due to his battle IQ, poise, and whole skill set. Tom will be keen to take advantage of Gane's wrestling, which is still a significant weakness. Let's roll the clip now.
You had to send one current UFC heavyweight in the octagon to beat Tom Aspinall to save Dojo's life. Who you sending in there?
Only John Jones.
Right, and I don't know that he's active. But isn't that amazing, right? That
Only.
Yeah.
There is nobody else that can threaten him, and there's nobody else that can threaten John Jones. That's why John Jones didn't fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's why it's a imagine a blemish on John Jones' career. His ego couldn't handle it. I would hope John Jones beats him and then just goes out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As the greatest ever, because that would be that's how impressive it would be if he could beat Aspinall.
Yeah.
I think Aspinall would get him. So if he went out there and beat him with who he is and his fight IQ and the way he uses his teep kick, he has all the tools. I just think that the size of Aspinall is so authentic to heavyweight that would be the first time Jones has felt that.
After being found to have lied about his justifications for the altercation, Reinier de Ridder is facing increased criticism. Fans were astonished when RDR resigned on the stool against Brendan Allen because he was tired. It was a really unusual performance from someone renowned for his poise and skillful grappling. However, following the bout, confusion increased when RDR claimed on Twitter that he had been suffering from a virus and injuries sustained throughout camp. Since he didn't appear like himself in there, many supporters initially gave him the benefit of the doubt. But Felder dropped a huge bombshell in a recent episode of Bisping and Felder's podcast. He disclosed that RDR appeared to be in perfect health during the pre-fight fighter meetings, where the sportsmen discussed their camps, mentality, and health with the UFC commentary team. Nothing at all, including no mention of injuries or symptoms of disease. According to Felder, he appeared well and prepared to travel. The story was entirely turned on its head by that revelation. Rather than receiving sympathy, RDR encountered a barrage of criticism from the MMA community, with many fans accusing him of lying to preserve his reputation after he retired. Let's get started.
Did tweet, but I'm still furious about that loss. Norovirus crushed me during fight week.
I talked to Ritter, obviously, as you know, we talked to him in fighter meetings on Thursday, and he was completely fine. He was completely fine, not sick. And if he was, I'd be upset that he was literally right next to me during the fighter meeting, shaking my hand. His wife was with him. Hey, he had a bad night in the office. He got bested.
That's it.
It happens. And I'm glad to see that, the guy fought 4 times this year against really good competition, 2 main events. 2 of them went long into the 5 round. 1 went all 5 rounds. This one went into the 4th, almost into the 5th. So, De Ridder, we still love you. Go take a break, bro. Go rest up. Go enjoy the family for a little bit.
And next time, work your ass off and do shitloads of cardio.
Don't skip that cardio, man.
Important. Doesn't matter how good you are. You get tired, you're FUCK'd. Simple as that.
Dana White has commented on the recent altercation between Petr Yan and Khamzat Chimaev. When Petr stated that he didn't think Chimaev was a true Russian, Khamzat retaliated by making fun of Yan's last name, which sounded Chinese, and the entire story began. According to reports, things became heated in person, and Peter's manager confirmed that the two had a serious argument that, in his words, went too far. Sade did mention that their next encounter will probably consist of a cordial handshake to resolve the matter. With Jan preparing for a title challenge in only 2 months and Chimaev holding the middleweight title, news like this is never good for Dana and the UFC. He was annoyed that this occurred, but considering Khamzat's unpredictable personality, he wasn't totally shocked. During his professional life, he has been in a lot of fights. In fact, Peter and Khamzat have a cordial relationship and have trained together. Thus, it is rather unusual to witness tensions boil up in this way. On December 6th, Peter will face Merab Dvalishvili in a rematch that fans didn't really want because their first encounter was a complete shambles. However, Merab has defeated every elite bantamweight available, therefore there was no one left to contend with him. Let's listen to what Dana has to say now.
I don't know if anybody expected him to do what he did. You don't know what to expect from that guy. It is what it is. It happened. Say it all the time. Gentlemen, we are in the fight business. We're in the fight business, and these are the things that happen. It just blows my mind. Yeah.
Ahead of Tom Aspinall's crucial matchup with Cyril Gane, Brendan Schaub isn't holding back, stating that the Brit must defeat Gane in less than 2 minutes to really silence the naysayers. Schaub argues that Aspinall must do it quicker and more spectacularly than Jon Jones ever did to establish his legitimacy as the heavyweight champion. Aspinall appears energized and self-assured, showing the Frenchman that he respects his abilities while expressing his sincere belief that he will win. He acknowledges that Cyril can pull him into dangerous situations. However, Tom is certain that he will triumph in the end. Additionally, Aspinall has hinted at a possible future transition to boxing, but he emphasizes that he is not considering it at this time. Quote, "In any case, I never look too far ahead. If I removed the entire division, I might do it sometime. Although I have some boxing experience, I'm not a professional boxer. I'll take advantage of the chance if it presents itself later." End quote. Aspinall wants to make a statement and remind everyone why he is the greatest heavyweight in the world at UFC 320, which is currently the focus of attention.
Marker here is win. Of course, dude, you're heavily favored. No. Of course you got to win. You have to do it more impressively than Jon Jones did, because this is the only opponent you guys have in common that now the public can go, okay, well, they did fight this guy. Jon beat him in, I think, 2 minutes. Choked him out in 2 minutes. Tom not only has to, imagine this pressure. Tom not only has to beat Cyril Gane, who's an absolute fucking French nightmare, but he has to do it more convincingly than Jon Jones. He has to do it faster and more impressive. So whether it's a knockout right away or he takes him to the mat right away, you have to beat him in under 2 minutes and go. Unfortunately, that's what Tom's dealing with. It sucks.
What do you MMA enthusiasts? What are your thoughts? What do you think will happen in this heavyweight title bout? Will Tom Aspinall maintain his hold on the title? Or do you believe Gane has a genuine chance to win it at last? Tell us in the comments section below.